Hi folks, welcome to Blue and Gold Talk, the video on the channel here. My dog's going crazy on the channel here that talks about anything Sabres related that comes out of my mouth. And I think you guys know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk just about what's going on because this is exciting, guys. This is exciting. This feels like we have the time this year. You know, with that last year, I know we had that late slump, remember? And then we got hot at the end. I think we finished 9-2-2 if I'm correct. But before that, we went something like, wasn't it 1-5 or something? I'd have to look, but I know we hit a spell where it really killed our season, and I didn't want to give up. There was no way I was giving up, and a lot of you guys, not a lot, some of you, sorry, but some of you guys gave up, and rightfully so, because we kind of fell out of it. We're a few games over 500, but then the Sabres finished crazy and got back in it, and I think a lot of you said, wow, you know, yeah, no, don't give up. We came 1 point away. 1 point away. Right now we're 3. And yes, they got games in hand, but my goodness, what a gift we're looking at right now, guys. All of a sudden, we are back in this playoff race. And I have so much anger towards some other franchises, especially like Detroit, because I seen the cheap shots they took at us. But I got to let that go. It doesn't really matter, because if they miss and we miss, there's no winner. You know, there isn't. There's no winner. You know, we've got a much brighter future than they have, and I realize that. I mean, I knew that even when they were winning. I realized our future is much brighter. I mean, we got our core locked in. They got tons of free agents to deal with in the offseason. They got a mess to deal with and clean up. And the truth is, they went all in this year. Detroit's all in this year to try and get in the playoffs, and they should be. They should be, because that's the right approach. But the Sabres, with the much younger team, kind of rested on their laurels and kind of, you know, went like this. And then we got the trade. And I'm telling you, this is a different team with Bo and Byram, guys. It's a different hockey team. I don't know what he does in that dressing room, but this is a different hockey team. It really is. He was good tonight. He was solid out there. Was he our best guy? No. I would probably say Greenway wasn't tonight's game, believe it or not. I'd have to say Greenway. He was just a tower out there tonight. He wasn't making mistakes. He was laying out the hits. And he was really taking the right play when he had to. You know, I was very happy with Greenway today. And our penalty killing, guys, with this guy is getting better. And I know our penalty killing's kind of dropped in the standings, but it's getting better. That's my point. It's getting better. I don't care where we were at the 20-game mark. We couldn't do anything right back then, except not get into long losing streaks. That was about it. But it's because the team was so damn talented, they couldn't get on a long losing streak even if they tried. There's too many other guys that would pick up the slack. So right now, this is probably the happiest Sabres fans have been in a year, I'd say, tonight, right? Fair to say. It's just so exciting to be back in the race again, in a season where we were written off. This is great. This is what I was hoping for. It really was. This is what I was hoping for, guys. I was hoping the boys would just pick it up, get on some kind of a roll, run another 3-game winning streak now, all of a sudden, and just keep it going. Chip away, chip away, chip away. And now we can get our longest winning streak of the season next game in Detroit, which mathematically will put us 1 point behind them if we beat them in regulation. 1 point. They'd have a game in hand. I'm not worrying about that right now. I'm just not. I'm just going with the game we're in. And tonight it was fun to watch them against the Islanders tonight. The Islanders were not going to win this game. We knew this about halfway through the game. You could tell the way we were skating and passing. Although, guys, we did make some mistakes in our own zone tonight. I wasn't impressed with. There was some, I will say. Times where I wanted them to clear the puck, get the puck out of the zone, and they're trying to do the tic-tac in the zone, tac. You know, I'm like, oh my God, please get it out of the zone. And they get it to the blue line, and the Islanders would keep it in. And I was like, we could have cleared it. You know, like, get the puck out of the zone. Don't give this team any momentum, any kind of a freebie, because that's all it would take in a game like this. When it was 2-0, if they could have made it 2-1, we would have had an entirely different game. Entirely different game. So the hockey gods were on our side in this one, folks. And now, can we carry the pace? Maybe that's what I'll call this video. Can we carry this pace now the rest of the year? Can we go, all of a sudden, I bet a lot of you believe we can go 10-3-2. I bet a lot of you believe we can do that now because what you're seeing, right? Once you see the product is a good product, and it was tonight. I mean, a shutout, guys. A rout, then a shutout. What more do we need to see against teams that don't want us getting closer to them because they know we're younger? They know. Don't think Detroit and the Islanders don't know. They know that the Sabres are climbing back into this, and it's the last thing they need right now because they're tired, because they're older. They're tired, and they're trying to get as many points as they can to get in. They don't want to have to deal with this young upcoming team that for every single season closes strong. They don't want to have to deal with it. But luckily, we have Detroit one more time on the schedule because I'm telling you, if we can get that game, we're going to be in this thing right to the end. I know it. Right to the end. And I got a sneaky suspicion that could be our year to get in if we win next game. And I know that doesn't prove anything because they got games in hand. We'd still be points out. But the momentum is climbing on this team. Guys, I've told you before, we got to get a 5-6 game winning streak going. We'll be right in this. We got 3. If we get the next one, that's 4. That's all we have to do. We got to keep winning. There you go, quote of the day. The Sabres have to keep winning. I think a lot of you guys are feeling hopeful now. Good. For those of you that gave up and you have hope again, good. I want you to have hope. I want every Sabres fan on this planet to have hope right now. Because if we ever got in, I think that'd be a Stanley Cup parade for making the playoffs this year. You know? But if we get in, we're going to cause damage in the playoffs. That I'll say right now. We're not going to be like Toronto and just bow out in the first round. No. That's not happening. The Sabres will win the first round no matter who they play. And I hope they draw the Panthers. I hope they draw the Panthers if they get in. The Panthers have had our number. I hope that's who they draw. But wouldn't it be fun to play Boston? Just a thought. Okay, I just want to check the schedule, guys. God, what a good night of hockey for Buffalo fans. Wow. We earned this. Damn it, we've earned this. All right. Then we go on a West trip after Detroit. So the next 4 games are on the road. And we got to win in Detroit. Then on the West, I'll leave it out there for you guys. If we win 2 out of 3, I don't care if it's in regulation. That's all we need. We have to beat Seattle. Edmonton we match well against. And Vancouver seems to be beating everybody all year, but every team can be beaten. So the next 5 are on the road. In Detroit, the week after, in Seattle, back-to-back. Then Vancouver, a day later, 19th, 21st, we play Edmonton. 2-day break in Calgary. Guys, if we can put together in those 5 games, 3-1-1. 3-1-1 is what I'm hoping for. 3-1-1. Worst case scenario, I'll say it, 2-2-1. But make sure to win the Detroit game. But 3-1-1, okay? That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm hoping to get 7 of the next 10 points somehow, if we can. If we can. Because if we can do that, guys, we'll be probably in a playoff spot by then. If we beat Detroit, though. Detroit has to be one of those wins that I'm talking about. They have to win in Detroit now. They have to win. They have to win this game, guys. There's no, we're not out if we lose, but I want to scare the hell out of their fan base. I want our rebuild to come right at theirs now. That's what I want. I want to see the Sabres come right at them. Because that team over there, all we've been hearing for years is that Yzerman's a genius, and all we've heard over here is that Adams is an idiot by our own fans. And Kevin Adams has done a good job building this team. He might have tested your patience. I get that part. But you can't tell me on paper he hasn't built this team good. You can't tell me that product on the ice was not entertaining the last few games and games we had to win. Most important games of the year, we not only showed up, we've dominated. So I think right now, guys, we're going to take this one, enjoy the night. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got to take out her. She's just staring at me. I better not make eye contact or she's going to jump me here. And I'm going to take her out, guys, and I'll see you at some point tomorrow. We're getting ready now for the big one. The big one's coming. My goodness, we're getting our wish. We were hoping somehow, some way that Detroit would lose their next 2 games and the Sabres win their next 2 and beat the Islanders going into this one. It's just incredible what's going on. So I'm leaving it there. You guys have a good night. I just wanted to yak some more about them because I am excited as hell right now. See you tomorrow, guys.